We live in a world that constantly demands our attention. A relentless current pulling us in 1,000 directions at once. Notifications ping, headlines scream, and an endless scroll promises connection yet often delivers distraction. We wake up to the digital hum, carry it through our days, and often fall asleep to its glow. This isn't just noise, it's a profound erosion of our most precious commodity, presence. Think for a moment about the quiet spaces in your life that have vanished. The moments where your mind could simply be. Without an agenda, without an incoming alert, without the nagging feeling that you should be doing something else. Somewhere else. Remember those days? The unhurried breakfast, the uninterrupted walk, the deep conversation where every word truly landed. For many, these moments have become relics, overshadowed by a pervasive sense of urgency and a fragmented focus. We're physically here, but our minds are perpetually elsewhere, replaying the past, rehearsing the future, or lost in the labyrinth of digital demands. This isn't just a lifestyle choice, it's a silent epidemic stealing our joy, diminishing our capacity for genuine connection, and slowly but surely, chipping away at our sense of self. This constant state of divided attention isn't benign. It's a low-grade hum of anxiety that dulls our senses, blurs our experiences, and leaves us feeling perpetually rushed. Yet paradoxically, unfulfilled. We might be doing more, but are we living more? Are we truly experiencing the richness of our days? Or are we merely skimming the surface, perpetually distracted by the next notification, the next task, the next obligation? This is the insidious trap of the modern age, the illusion of productivity through constant engagement. When in reality, it's a profound detachment from the present moment. We've become masters of multitasking, yet simultaneously lost the art of singular focus, the profound power of giving ourselves fully to one thing, one person, one breath. Consider the cumulative cost of this chronic distraction. It shows up in our relationships, where conversations are punctuated by glances at screens, leaving a subtle but palpable void. It manifests in our work, where deep, creative thought is constantly interrupted, replaced by shallow, reactive responses. It infiltrates our personal well-being, robbing us of restorative sleep, amplifying stress, and leaving us feeling perpetually drained. Our bodies carry the weight of this frantic pace, manifesting as tension, fatigue, and a disconnect from our own internal rhythms. The subtle cues our bodies send, a tightening in the chest, a dull ache in the shoulders, a persistent mental fog, often go unnoticed, or worse, are dismissed as just how things are. But these are not random occurrences, they are whispers from a system begging for attention, for presence. The truth is, your focus is your most potent currency. What you attend to expands. Where your energy flows, life grows. If your attention is constantly fractured, what kind of life are you truly building? Are you building one of intention? Or one of reaction? Are you truly shaping your reality? Or are you merely being shaped by the endless stream of external stimuli? To reclaim your life, to truly thrive in this complex world, you must first reclaim your focus. You must learn to tether yourself to the present, to anchor your awareness in the now, and to cultivate a profound sense of being rather than just doing. This isn't about escaping the demands of modern life. It's about mastering your internal landscape amidst the external chaos. It's about building an inner sanctuary of calm and clarity that no external force can penetrate. This journey begins not with grand gestures, but with the most fundamental act of life itself, the breath. It's the ultimate anchor, always available, always here. Yet, how often do we truly feel our breath? How often do we consciously follow its gentle rhythm, the subtle expansion and contraction, the silent symphony playing within us? In our rush, our breath often becomes shallow, constricted, a mere functional necessity rather than a powerful tool for regulation and presence. Shallow breathing signals stress to your nervous system, perpetuating the very anxiety you're trying to escape. It keeps you locked in a state of fight or flight, making deep focus and true calm elusive. But when you consciously slow your breath, when you allow it to deepen and lengthen, you send a direct message to your vagus nerve, signaling safety, peace, and rest. This isn't spiritual dogma, it's physiological truth. A deep, diaphragmatic breath activates your parasympathetic nervous system, shifting you from a state of hypervigilance to one of calm coherence. It's an immediate, accessible pathway back to the present moment. A direct line to your inner equilibrium. Try it now, just for a few breaths. Feel the air enter your nostrils. Cool and fresh. Feel your belly gently rise as your lungs fill. Feel the air release, warm and soft, as your body softens. Notice the subtle pause at the top of the inhale, and the natural stillness at the end of the exhale. In that pause, in that stillness, is where presence resides. This simple act is a radical rebellion against the tyranny of distraction. A conscious choice to inhabit your body, to feel your aliveness, to return to the only moment that truly exists. This fundamental practice of mindful breathing lays the groundwork for cultivating a deeper relationship with rest. In our relentless pursuit of more, rest has been relegated to a luxury, a reward earned only after exhaustion. We celebrate busyness, wear fatigue as a badge of honor, and often feel guilty for pausing. But true rest isn't about idleness, it's about replenishment. It's about recalibrating your entire system, mind, body, and spirit, so you can show up more fully, more vibrantly, more present. Sleep, of course, is foundational. It's not just downtime, it's active repair. It's when your brain cleanses itself. Memories are consolidated, hormones are regulated, and your cells regenerate. Deprive yourself of consistent, quality sleep, and you're not just tired, you're operating at a cognitive deficit. Emotionally volatile, and physiologically vulnerable, your focus will be fragmented, your decisions clouded, and your ability to engage meaningfully with life severely compromised. But rest extends far beyond sleep. It's about building moments of true mental and emotional reprieve into your waking hours. It's stepping away from your screen every hour, even for just 5 minutes, to stretch, gaze out a window, or simply close your eyes. It's allowing yourself moments of unfocused attention, moments where your mind can wander without purpose, without the pressure to produce or perform. This is where insights often emerge, where creativity sparks, and where the unconscious processing essential for problem-solving occurs. This isn't laziness, it's a strategic investment in your energy. Our energy is not an endless resource, it's a dynamic interplay of physical, mental, and emotional reserves. When we constantly deplete without adequately replenishing, we enter a state of chronic deficit, manifesting as fatigue, irritability, and a profound inability to focus. To truly reclaim your energy, you must understand its rhythms. There are times of peak performance and times when your system naturally dips. Trying to force productivity during these natural lulls is like trying to row upstream against a strong current, exhausting and often futile. Instead, learn to honor these internal cues. If you feel a wave of fatigue, instead of reaching for another coffee, consider a short walk, a few deep breaths, or even a brief power nap. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. A deep attunement to your body's needs. This proactive approach to energy management is a cornerstone of sustained presence. You cannot be fully present if you are constantly battling exhaustion, if your mind is sluggish, and your body is screaming for a break. This intimate relationship with your body extends directly to nutrition. What you fuel yourself with directly impacts your cognitive function, your mood, and your sustained energy levels. The quick fixes, the processed foods, the sugary highs followed by inevitable crashes, these are the enemies of sustained focus and emotional stability. They create internal turbulence, spiking blood sugar, inflaming your system, and leaving you with a brain fog that makes presence an uphill battle. Think of your brain not as a separate entity, but as an integral part of your body, fueled by the same nutrients that power your muscles and organs. A diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, vibrant fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, provides the steady, sustained energy and essential micronutrients your brain needs to function optimally. It supports neurotransmitter balance, reduces inflammation, and creates a stable internal environment conducive to clarity and focus. Consider the metaphor of a finely tuned instrument. You wouldn't put low-grade fuel into a high-performance engine, nor would you expect a beautiful symphony from an instrument with dull strings. Your body and mind are the most complex and exquisite instruments in existence. What you feed them directly impacts their capacity for presence, for clarity, for sustained, vibrant living. It's not about rigid deprivation, it's about informed choice. About understanding the profound impact of what you put into your body. It's about listening to the subtle messages your body sends after you eat, the sustained energy, the mental clarity, or the sudden slump and brain fog. These are direct indicators of what truly serves your focus and what sabotages it. This deep listening to your body's signals is a critical component of living in rhythm. We are biological beings, governed by circadian rhythms, seasonal shifts, and the subtle ebb and flow of nature. Yet, modern life often forces us into an unnatural, constant state of on. We push through fatigue, ignore our body's hunger cues, and override our natural sleep cycles with artificial light and endless stimulation. This constant defiance of our biological rhythms creates a deep internal dissonance, making it incredibly difficult to achieve a sustained state of presence. When you are out of sync with your own natural cadence, your system is in a perpetual state of subtle stress, always trying to catch up, always fighting an invisible current. Learning to live in rhythm means honoring your chronotype. Are you a morning lark or a night owl? It means aligning your sleep-wake cycle with natural light, exposing yourself to morning sun and dimming lights in the evening. It means finding a consistent eating schedule that supports your digestion and energy levels. It means building intentional periods of rest and activity into your day. Recognizing that peak performance isn't a continuous state but a series of focused sprints followed by restorative pauses. When you align with your natural rhythms, you tap into a wellspring of effortless energy and profound clarity. Your body and mind begin to work in harmony, creating a spaciousness within you that allows for deep focus and genuine presence. It's about moving with the flow of your own life, rather than constantly battling against it. One of the greatest saboteurs of presence is stress. Not just the acute, immediate threats, but the chronic, low-grade stress that permeates modern life. The constant feeling of overwhelm, the endless to-do lists, the perpetual fear of missing out, the relentless pursuit of perfection. These are the silent thieves of our attention, keeping us trapped in a loop of anxiety and reactivity. When your nervous system perceives a threat, real or imagined, it redirects resources away from higher-level cognitive functions like focus, creativity, and empathy, and towards survival mechanisms. This is an ancient, hardwired response, designed to keep us safe in the face of danger. But in our hyper-connected world, that threat response is often triggered by emails, social media comments, or an overflowing inbox, rather than a saber-toothed tiger. The problem isn't stress itself, it's our relationship to it. It's the inability to down-regulate, to move out of the stress response once the immediate threat has passed. We get stuck in a state of chronic activation, leading to burnout, anxiety disorders, and a profound inability to engage with the present moment. Your mind is constantly scanning for the next problem, the next obligation, unable to truly settle. To reclaim your presence, you must learn to navigate stress consciously. This involves identifying your triggers, understanding your personal stress patterns, and developing effective coping mechanisms. It's about interrupting the habitual thought patterns that perpetuate anxiety, and consciously choosing to respond rather than react. Practices like mindfulness meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, and engaging in creative outlets can powerfully shift your internal state, allowing you to process stress more effectively and return to a state of calm focus. It's about building resilience, not just ignoring the pressure. It's about acknowledging the waves, but learning how to surf them rather than being capsized. This journey back to presence is also deeply intertwined with your sense of identity. Who do you believe yourself to be? Are you defined by your achievements, your possessions, your digital footprint, or by your inherent worth as a human being? In a world that constantly asks us to perform, to curate, to project an ideal image, it's easy to lose touch with our authentic selves. We become preoccupied with external validation, constantly seeking approval and comparing ourselves to others. This external orientation pulls us away from our inner landscape, from the quiet wisdom that resides within. When your sense of self is constantly shifting based on external feedback, your ability to be present and grounded becomes incredibly fragile. Reclaiming your identity means shedding the layers of expectation and societal conditioning, and reconnecting with your core values, your unique strengths, and your authentic desires. It's about understanding that your worth is not conditional, that you are enough, exactly as you are. This radical self-acceptance frees up an enormous amount of mental and emotional energy that was previously consumed by self-judgment, comparison, and the relentless pursuit of external validation. When you are deeply rooted in your true self, you become less susceptible to the incessant demands and distractions of the outside world. You develop a profound inner compass that guides your choices, allowing you to live with greater intention and presence, less swayed by fleeting trends or external pressures. This authenticity is a powerful antidote to the fragmentation of modern life. Our physical body is not just a vessel, it's an integral part of our experience of presence. Movement is a profound way to reconnect with your body, to bring your awareness out of your head and into the physical sensation of being alive. In a sedentary world, we often forget the fundamental human need for movement. We sit for hours, our bodies growing stiff, our energy stagnant. This physical stagnation translates to mental stagnation, making it harder to focus, to feel vibrant, to be fully present. Think of movement not as a chore, but as a celebration of your body's incredible capacity. A moving meditation that anchors you in the now. It doesn't have to be high intensity or complicated. It can be a brisk walk in nature, feeling the ground beneath your feet and the air on your skin. It can be gentle stretching, noticing the subtle release of tension in your muscles. It can be dancing freely to music, allowing your body to express itself without judgment. Each conscious movement, each stretch, each breath taken during physical activity, brings you more fully into the present moment. It clears the mental fog, boosts circulation to your brain, and releases endorphins that elevate your mood and enhance your cognitive function. When you move your body with intention, you are not just exercising, you are cultivating embodied presence, strengthening the connection between your mind and your physical self. This holistic approach to being in your body is essential for a sustained and vibrant presence. Just as important as inviting presence in is understanding how to protect it. This brings us to the crucial concept of boundaries. In a world that constantly encroaches on our time, energy, and mental space, the ability to say, no, is not just an act of self-preservation, it's an act of radical self-respect. Without clear boundaries, our focus becomes diluted, our energy dissipated, and our presence fragmented. We become reactive, constantly responding to the demands of others, rather than proactively choosing how to spend our most precious resources. This often manifests as chronic overwhelm, resentment, and a profound sense of never having enough time for what truly matters to us. Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about being strategic. It's about protecting your capacity for focus, creativity, and rest. This might mean setting specific times for checking emails, turning off notifications during focused work periods, or dedicating certain hours to uninterrupted family time. It might mean saying no to commitments that don't align with your values or energy levels. It requires a deep understanding of your own needs and a willingness to communicate them clearly and respectfully. When you establish healthy boundaries, you create sacred space for yourself, space where you can think, create, rest, and engage fully with the present moment without constant interruption. This intentional guarding of your mental and emotional real estate is fundamental to reclaiming your focus and, by extension, reclaiming your life. As we cultivate presence, a profound shift begins to occur. We start to notice the small miracles, the everyday wonders that were always there but often overshadowed by our hurried pace. This cultivated awareness naturally leads to gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a powerful lens through which to view the world. A conscious choice to appreciate the abundance that already exists in our lives. When you are truly present, you begin to see the intricate beauty in a sunbeam, the comforting warmth of a cup of tea, the supportive presence of a loved one, the simple miracle of another breath. This isn't about ignoring challenges or denying difficulties, it's about acknowledging the good. Even amidst the storms, The practice of gratitude actively rewires your brain, shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance, from what's missing to what's present. It activates neural pathways associated with positive emotions, reducing stress and increasing overall well-being. A grateful mind is a present mind. It is a mind that is open, expansive, and deeply connected to the richness of the moment. Start small. At the end of each day, simply list 3 things you are genuinely grateful for, no matter how insignificant they may seem. This simple practice trains your brain to seek out the positive, to notice the blessings, and to anchor itself in the present reality of goodness. This shift in perspective is incredibly liberating, freeing you from the constant yearning for more, and allowing you to fully appreciate the enough that is already here. The cumulative effect of cultivating presence, through breath, rest, energy management, conscious nutrition, living in rhythm, navigating stress, embodying your true identity, intentional movement, setting boundaries, and practicing gratitude, is a profound sense of longevity, not just in years, but in the vibrant quality of those years. This isn't just about extending your lifespan, it's about deepening your lifespan, making each moment more meaningful, more vivid, more alive. When you are truly present, you are not simply existing, you are truly living. You are fully engaged with your experiences. Whether joyous or challenging, you are building memories, forging deeper connections, and contributing your unique gifts to the world. Chronic stress and fragmented focus contribute to accelerated aging, not just externally, but at a cellular level. They erode telomeres, diminish cognitive function, and increase susceptibility to chronic diseases. Conversely, a life lived with presence, with intention, with conscious awareness, fosters resilience, vitality, and a profound sense of well-being that radiates outwards. It's about building a life that feels rich, purposeful, and deeply satisfying, day by day, moment by moment. It's about creating a legacy of presence for yourself and for those you touch. This journey is not about reaching a destination, it's about embracing the path itself. Finding joy and meaning in the unfolding now. So, where do you begin? You begin here. You begin now. You begin with a single, conscious breath. You begin by choosing to put down the phone, to turn off the notification, to truly look into the eyes of the person you're speaking with, to truly taste the food on your plate, to truly feel the sun on your skin. These seemingly small acts are profound declarations of intent, powerful steps towards reclaiming your focus. Remember, the world will continue to demand your attention. The external pressures will not magically disappear, but you have the power to change your internal response. You have the power to cultivate an unwavering inner sanctuary of presence, a calm core amidst the chaos. It is within your grasp to choose where you direct your precious focus, to reclaim your energy, to nourish your body and mind, to honor your rhythms, to navigate stress with wisdom, to stand firm in your authentic identity, to move with intention, to protect your boundaries, and to live each day steeped in gratitude. This is not a passive pursuit, it is an active, moment-by-moment choice. It is a commitment to yourself, to your well-being, to the richness of your life. It is the most powerful rebellion against the tide of distraction. So, take a deep breath, feel your feet on the ground, open your senses to the world around you, not as a spectator, but as an active participant. Reclaim this moment, reclaim your focus, reclaim your life. The power is not out there. The power is right here. It is within you. It always has been. It always will be. You stand at the precipice of a choice, a profound decision that echoes through every fiber of your being. Will you continue to drift, pulled by the relentless currents of external demands? Or will you anchor yourself, deliberately, consciously, in the now? This isn't a theoretical exercise, it's the very fabric of your existence. The raw material from which your days, your weeks, your life are woven. Each fleeting moment, each interaction, each sensation is a thread. If your attention is scattered, those threads become tangled, weak, and ultimately, a tapestry of regret and missed opportunities. But when you are present, when you infuse each moment with your full awareness, those threads become vibrant, strong, intricately woven into a masterpiece of intentional living. Consider the ripple effect of this commitment. When you are fully present with your loved ones, conversations deepen, laughter becomes more resonant, bonds strengthen, built not on hurried exchanges but on shared, attentive moments. The subtleties of expression, the nuances of tone, the unspoken messages, all become clearer, fostering a profound sense of connection that fleeting glances and half-heard words can never achieve. You become a sanctuary for those around you, a calm, anchoring presence in their own hurried lives. Simply by offering the gift of your undivided attention, this is where true intimacy blossoms, in the fertile ground of shared presence. When you bring this same intentional focus to your work, your creativity ignites. Problems that once seemed insurmountable begin to yield solutions as your mind, unburdened by distraction, can delve into deeper levels of thought. Your productivity isn't measured by the sheer volume of tasks completed, but by the quality and depth of your output. Ideas flow with greater clarity, decisions are made with more insight, and challenges are met with a calm, resourceful mind. The distinction between merely doing a job and truly mastering your craft becomes evident. Mastery demands presence, a relentless dedication to the task at hand, a willingness to immerse yourself fully in the process without the constant siren song of external interruptions. This unwavering commitment to presence also transforms your relationship with yourself. The nagging internal monologue, the incessant self-criticism, the constant comparison to others, these diminish when your attention is anchored in the present. Instead of being swept away by the currents of your thoughts, you learn to observe them, to recognize them as fleeting mental events, rather than absolute truths. This metacognitive awareness, this ability to witness your own mind, is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence and profound self-acceptance. You begin to understand your triggers, your patterns, your innate wisdom, creating a compassionate dialogue with your inner landscape instead of a battleground. This inner peace is not a destination, it is a continuous journey of mindful awareness. The path to sustained presence is not about achieving perfection, but about cultivating consistent practice. There will be days when the distractions feel overwhelming, when your mind feels particularly scattered, when the external world seems to scream louder than your inner wisdom. This is normal. This is human. The key is not to succumb to self-judgment, but to gently, patiently, and persistently redirect your attention back to the present moment. Think of it as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Each time you notice your mind wandering and consciously bring it back, you are strengthening your capacity for focus, building resilience against the relentless pull of distraction. Begin with micro moments. The next time you drink a cup of coffee or tea, truly taste it. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. Notice the aroma. Savor the flavor on your tongue. The next time you walk from one room to another, feel your feet on the floor. Notice the movement of your body. When you wash your hands, feel the water, the soap, the sensation of cleansing. These seemingly trivial acts, when infused with full awareness, become powerful anchors to the present. They are small, accessible opportunities to practice presence, to build your muscle of attention throughout the day, weaving mindfulness into the very fabric of your routine. Over time, these micro moments will expand. You'll find yourself more present in conversations, more deeply engaged in your tasks, more connected to the simple joys of everyday life. The constant internal chatter will quiet, replaced by moments of profound clarity and calm. You'll begin to notice the subtle beauty of the world around you that was previously obscured by the mental fog of distraction. The vibrancy of colors, the intricate patterns of nature, the melodic sounds of life, all become more vivid, more immediate. This is the profound richness that presence offers, a direct pathway to experiencing life in high definition. This journey also calls for periods of intentional digital detox. Just as your body needs rest from physical exertion, your mind needs rest from digital stimulation. Schedule regular intervals, an hour, a morning, a full day, where you completely disconnect from screens. Use this time to engage in activities that naturally foster presence. Spend time in nature. Read a physical book, engage in a creative hobby, or simply sit in quiet contemplation. These periods of disconnection are not just about deprivation, they are about profound liberation. freeing your mind from the constant demand to react and allowing it to return to its natural state of expansive awareness. It's an act of self-love, a conscious choice to prioritize your mental well-being over external expectations. Understand that the desire for presence is a universal longing. In every culture, across every age, humans have sought connection, meaning, and a sense of belonging in the now. The timeless wisdom traditions, from ancient meditative practices to indigenous rituals, all point towards the same fundamental truth. Real life happens in the present moment. The past is a memory. The future is a dream. But the present is where your power lies. It's where you make choices, where you take action, where you create your reality. To ignore it is to squander the only true resource you possess. The world will continue to accelerate. Technology will continue to advance. And the demands on your attention will likely only increase. But you possess an ancient, profound capacity to navigate this complexity with grace and clarity. Your ability to anchor yourself in the present, to cultivate a profound sense of being amidst the doing, is your greatest superpower. It is the key to unlocking deeper wisdom, fostering richer connections, experiencing true joy, and ultimately, living a life of vibrant, sustained purpose. This is not a destination, but a continuous journey of returning, again and again, to the wellspring of your own incredible presence. It requires courage to defy the incessant pull of distraction, courage to choose silence over noise, courage to embrace stillness in a world obsessed with motion. But the rewards are immeasurable. A mind that is clear, a heart that is open, a spirit that is calm, and a life that is truly lived. This is the reclaim. This is the transformation. It begins with your next breath. It begins with your next choice. It begins right now. There's a subtle but profound liberation that comes with truly inhabiting your moments. It's the shedding of the constant need to be elsewhere, to be doing something more important, to be anticipating the next thing. This liberation is the antidote to the pervasive feeling of never being enough, of always chasing an elusive future while the vibrant present slips through your fingers. When you are fully present, you are, by definition, enough. You are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you are doing, with your full attention and being. This radical acceptance of the now, this deep immersion in the unfolding moment, is where genuine peace is found. Think of it this way: the future is born from the quality of your present choices. And the past is simply a collection of moments that once were present. If you constantly sacrifice your now for a projected future, you are perpetually deferring your own life. You are living in a state of perpetual anticipation, rather than conscious creation. The joy, the learning, the growth, the connection, they all happen here, now. To be absent from the present is to be absent from your own life. To miss the very essence of what it means to be alive. This journey of presence is also an act of profound self-compassion. In a world that often praises relentless striving and constant self-improvement, the invitation to simply be can feel counterintuitive, but it is in these moments of conscious presence that true self-care takes root. It's allowing yourself to truly feel your emotions, without judgment or immediate need to fix them. It's noticing the tension in your body and offering it a moment of release. It's recognizing your own internal landscape and giving it the spaciousness it needs to simply exist. This compassionate awareness, this gentle holding of your own experience, builds a reservoir of inner strength and resilience that no external achievement can ever provide. The more you practice, the more you'll discover that presence is not just a mental state, it's a tangible energy that you carry with you. Others will feel it. They'll respond to the calm clarity you exude, the genuine attention you offer, the steady grounding you bring to any interaction. You become a beacon of calm in a chaotic world, simply by choosing to inhabit your own life with intention. This radiant presence becomes a gift, not just to yourself, but to every relationship, every endeavor, every experience you encounter. So, let this be your quiet revolution. A revolution not of grand gestures or external conquests, but of inner transformation. A revolution where you reclaim your most valuable asset, your attention. Where you consciously choose to bring your full self to each moment, each breath, each connection. It is the path to a life not just lived, but but deeply experienced. It is the journey from fragmentation to wholeness, from distraction to deep connection, from merely existing to truly thriving. The power is yours. In this very moment, choose to wield it. Choose presence. Choose life. This profound journey back to presence is not a solitary one, though it is deeply personal. It connects you to something larger than yourself, to the rhythmic pulse of life itself. When you consciously slow down, when you truly breathe, when you savor the simple moments, you are not just improving your individual well-being, you are subtly shifting the collective energy around you. Your calm presence becomes an invitation, a gentle nudge for others to find their own anchors in a world often adrift. You become a living example of what is possible when one chooses intention over impulse, awareness over automation. Think of the legacy you are building, not just in tangible achievements, but in the quality of your being. A life lived with presence is a life fully felt, deeply understood, and truly cherished. It's a life marked by fewer regrets because you were awake for it, attentive to its unfolding narrative. You were not just a passenger, but the conscious architect of your days, shaping experiences with the chisel of your attention. This creates a profound sense of inner richness, a wellspring of contentment that is impervious to external circumstances. The commitment to presence is, in essence, a commitment to living a life of mastery, not mastery over others, or even over all circumstances, but mastery over your own internal landscape. It's the highest form of self-governance, allowing you to choose your response rather than being dictated by external stimuli. It's recognizing that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you have absolute power over how you show up for it. This internal sovereignty is the bedrock of true freedom, the quiet dignity of a mind that is its own captain. So, as you step forward from this moment, carry this understanding with you. The path of presence is an ongoing practice, a continuous return to the now. Each time your mind wanders, gently guide it back. Each time you feel the pull of distraction, consciously choose focus. Each breath is an opportunity, each moment a fresh start. This is not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. It's about cultivating a deep, unwavering love for the precious, unrepeatable gift of this very moment. Live it fully, embrace it completely, reclaim your presence, and in doing so, reclaim the extraordinary life that is waiting for you. This commitment to presence is not about adding another task to your already overflowing plate. It's about a fundamental shift in how you approach every task, every interaction, every breath. It's about infusing your entire existence with intentionality, turning routine moments into opportunities for profound connection, with yourself, with others, and with the vibrant tapestry of life. Consider the profound peace that washes over you when you are truly absorbed in an activity you love, where time seems to dissolve, and the world outside fades away. That state of flow, that effortless engagement, is a glimpse of what sustained presence feels like. It's not exclusive to creative pursuits, it can be found in a focused conversation, a mindful walk, or even the simple act of preparing a meal. The more you cultivate presence in the mundane, the more frequently you will access these moments of effortless flow and deep satisfaction. The ultimate reward for this journey isn't a prize or a destination, but the very richness of the path itself. It's the profound joy of truly living each day, of being fully awake for the beauty, the challenges, and the quiet miracles that unfold. It's about building a life not of regret for what was missed, but of deep appreciation for what was truly experienced. Reclaim your focus, reclaim your life, and step into the boundless power of the present moment. This dedication to presence is your personal compass, guiding you through the incessant demands of the modern world. It's the quiet strength that allows you to navigate chaos without becoming consumed by it. Think of it as developing an internal filter, one that allows you to consciously choose what truly deserves your attention and what can gracefully pass by. This isn't about ignoring the world, it's about engaging with it on your own terms, with clarity and intention. Ultimately, the power of presence is the power of choice. The choice to be here, the choice to engage, the choice to live fully. It is a profound act of self-sovereignty, a declaration that your attention, your energy, your life, are your own to command. Reclaim that command, embrace the moment, and watch as your world transforms from a blur of activity into a vibrant, deeply lived experience. This profound capacity to be present, to anchor yourself in the now, is not a static state to be achieved and then forgotten. It is a living, breathing practice, a continuous dance between effort and surrender. There will be moments when you feel effortlessly present, your mind clear, your senses alive, and there will be other moments when the world's demands feel overwhelming, pulling your attention in 1,000 directions. The true power lies not in never being distracted, but in your ability to consistently and compassionately return. Each return is a strengthening of your inner muscle of awareness. Each gentle redirection of your focus from past regrets or future anxieties back to the immediate breath. The current task, the present conversation, is a conscious choice for a more vibrant, more meaningful life. This isn't about rigid discipline, it's about persistent kindness to yourself. A recognition that your well-being, your peace, and your capacity for joy reside precisely in this moment. So, lean into the beauty of the everyday. Find the sacred in the mundane. Let your presence be the greatest gift you offer to yourself and to the world around you. This is where true living begins. This is where your power resides. Always. This dedication to presence is your personal compass, guiding you through the incessant demands of the modern world. It's the quiet strength that allows you to navigate chaos without becoming consumed by it. Think of it as developing an internal filter, one that allows you to consciously choose what truly deserves your attention and what can gracefully pass by. This isn't about ignoring the world, it's about engaging with it on your own terms, with clarity and intention. Ultimately, the power of presence is the power of choice. The choice to be here, the choice to engage, the choice to live fully. It is a profound act of self-sovereignty, a declaration that your attention, your energy, your life, are your own to command. Reclaim that command, embrace the moment, and watch as your world transforms from a blur of activity into a vibrant, deeply lived experience. This profound capacity to be present, to anchor yourself in the now, is not a static state to be achieved and then forgotten. It is a living, breathing practice, a continuous dance between effort and surrender. There will be moments when you feel effortlessly present, your mind clear, your senses alive, and there will be other moments when the world's demands feel overwhelming, pulling your attention in 1,000 directions. The true power lies not in never being distracted, but in your ability to consistently and compassionately return. Each return is a strengthening of your inner muscle of awareness. Each gentle redirection of your focus from past regrets or future anxieties back to the immediate breath. The current task, the present conversation, is a conscious choice for a more vibrant, more meaningful life. This isn't about rigid discipline, it's about persistent kindness to yourself. A recognition that your well-being, your peace, and your capacity for joy reside precisely in this moment. So, lean into the beauty of the everyday. Find the sacred in the mundane. Let your presence be the greatest gift you offer to yourself and to the world around you. This is where true living begins. This is where your power resides. Always.